Expected a clinical win for the Royal Challengers Bengaluru at the new Chandigarh Stadium in Mallapur. A 7-wicket victory for the Rajat Patidar-led side. A 5th straight win for RCB away from home in different conditions, and they have been led once again by the outstanding Virat Kohli, who remained unbeaten on 73 of 54 balls. A useful 50 for Devdutt Padikkal also, who missed out in the last game against the same opposition at a different venue, but then he scored a quick fire 61 of just 35 balls. Patidar couldn't really score much, got out for 12, and towards the end it was Jitesh who hit the winning 6 to make sure that it's not just 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but a total of 5 teams who are now tied on 10 points.
Oh boy, 10 points, and it's become what we all had expected. IPL 2025 is now like the Bengaluru traffic. Absolutely chock-a-block with 5 teams on 10 points.
I hate to disagree here. It is the Punjabi Bagh traffic, I'm telling you.
I think it's improved.
Yeah, the flyover has been made.
No, but still it is.
You have never been to Bengaluru then?
I've covered a match there.
Yeah, 19 kilometers, 5 hours. Bengaluru, nothing can beat that.
That time it does not usually happen in Delhi. That's
the thing. At least here it's moving traffic. But see, in Bengaluru, when you look at it, now they have jumped to 3rd spot because of this win. Because RCB clinical bowling, we knew that 3.5 overs they had bowled wonderfully. 16 to 19.5, they were simply outstanding. That last ball 6 also didn't dent their confidence. But the batting. Yes, Phil Salt fell cheaply, but this chase was right up Virat Kohli's alley. I mean, he aced it. RCB now have a perfect 100% record while chasing in the IPL. So that is why now Virat Kohli's 73 and Devdutt Padikkal. I think my man of the match should actually be Devdutt Padikkal then. 61 of 35. Simply outstanding, and RCB 5 wins out of 5 away. They now have to just win 2 more away games. One is in Delhi, and the other, which is the other match where they'll be away? Ahmedabad.
Let's check RCB's schedule.
Yeah, see, Rajasthan Royals at home, DC is at home. DC is away. Chennai is home. Ekana.
Yeah, Ekana is away.
Yeah, Ekana is away. So they'll have to win at Ekana to ensure they complete the Grand Slam of away wins. 7 out of 7. Yeah, not many teams have managed to do it in the past. So they have won 5 out of 5 away games, but they have lost 3 out of 3 home games as well. That's the extremity by which RCB are really going about it. But then we all knew that it's very difficult to do 2-zip against an opponent.
4 more home games left for RCB and 2 away.
Yeah.
I think out of the 6, 3 should be okay. I think they should be able to secure.
But then they are only playing 2 back-to-back home games only in May, 13th and 17th, because they are playing at Rajasthan Royals home. DC they are travelling. 3rd is Chennai. 9th they are travelling. 13th and 17th is when they'll be playing at home. So that is why they have to end their away campaign on a high. Otherwise, if they slip up in any one of that or 2 of that, then they are in serious trouble then. But then today, let us hail Virat Kohli and the RCB bowlers along with Devdutt Padikkal. What a clinical performance from all of them. I mean, starting with Virat, inevitable, right? It was always going to be inevitable that Virat Kohli would ace this chase. The way how he started in the power play, the way how he played against the spinners, especially Harpreet Brar, Yuzi Chahal, master of a run chase for a reason. If only he gets that in Bengaluru, then I think he'll grab it with both hands. And chasing has never been Virat Kohli's problem. And if Devdutt is here, then I think is the man of the match going to go to Virat Kohli then?
Would be one of the bowlers.
No, it has to be Virat Kohli today. And I think it was just like I also mentioned in the mid-inning show as well, that this was just Virat Kohli's territory. There was no chance that if Virat Kohli was standing there, that the RCB lose that game. And I think there is so much to learn from this man. All the youngsters they should be learning that how to value a wicket, and how if you value your wicket, you make sure that you're giving 2 points to your team as well. If there would have been a Riyan Parag today, or Dhruv Jurel, or Hetmeyer, anybody for that matter, anybody, they would have tried and scooped the bowlers, done this, done that, and then the game would have been lost. What point of that? Virat Kohli, what he does is these targets at whatever the strike rate is. If until and unless you're chasing and you're making your team win, even if a strike rate is under 100, it's going in the right direction that your team is winning. So that works, and he just masters that. I think anything that we say is going to be less for him. But what a batsman! 101 half century for 50s for him.
Yeah, I mean, again, let's not go by the strike rate 135. This wasn't a match where we needed to go 220,
exactly.
240 strike rates and all that. See, started off well. And again, chase master. That's why RCB have a perfect 100% record while chasing. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think barring Chennai, I think you've chased everywhere else, right? You chased in Kolkata, you chased in Savai Mansingh. Oh no, you defended Mumbai also. So that is why. Yep, Chennai Super King, you won against KKR, you won against RR, you won against Punjab Kings. Look at the margin. The margin of victory in all suggests total command. 3 matches chased, 3-1 in really spectacular style. Away. Only thing is, see, Virat Kohli at this point in time now, he's in that zone when he's in a chase. And I think there isn't that much of pressure, and that's where I credit Rajat Patidar, the captain. He's ensured that yes, he has given the team the perfect noise. That yes, you focus on whatever happens in Bengaluru, that we can't help it, but we'll try and win away as much as possible. So that is why, and it's a victory lap. Is this the final game for them in Mullapur?
Can we check once?
Is this the final game in
I think
Mullapur?
it would be.
Is it?
Let's go for
Let's check.
Punjab Kings.
Yeah,
Punjab.
they'll be playing next game.
Dharamshala. See, CSK will take on PBKS will take on CSK
Total
at
of
Chennai.
3 games in Dharamshala. Yeah.
Oh.
Back to back.
Yeah, May 4th, 8th, 11th. Okay, so this is the last game that they played at Mullapur, and okay, it's been a venue that's not been that kind to them. I mean, if you
Only
Last
1 win
game-
out of the 3 games.
We have seen one last game at Mullanpur this IPL.
this
right?
was the last game in Mullanpur.
So 3 in Mallanpur and 3 in Dharamshala.
Yeah, no, wait, 4 in
4 in
Mullapur.
4 in Malapur and 3 in Dharamshala.
Yeah, just go to that schedule again, PBKS one, because okay, let's look at. I think they had only 1 win. No, they won against G. Just go to Punjab only.
Yeah, this is Punjab.
Yeah, no, venues, Mullapur. Just click on that. Chandigarh, if it's there.
Chandigarh.
Yeah. 4th last from.
Yeah, Chandigarh, Bengaluru. Yeah. Okay, you lost to Rajasthan
2
Royals.
games
2
won.
games. Yeah, you won against CSK and you won
And
against
KKR. Yeah. The Priyansh
KKR.
Arya 100.
Yeah, Priyansh Arya 100 and the Miracle at Mullapur 111. But apart from that, the other 2 games, they have again extreme Punjab Kings. They win spectacularly, but they lose in bigger fashion also. So yes, Punjab Kings at this point in time, again, it's a very, very frustrating campaign for them here. I mean, they win on occasions, but they do not win. Okay, that's thank you, Punjab. Okay, that's what Ricky Ponting, and who's the other guy who's doing it?
Someone from the support
Yeah,
staff.
so what do you make of it? I mean, Punjab absolutely had no chance once their batters underwhelmed, isn't it? No one went on to ensure that they got a good score. And if you look at the highest, I think it was 33. And Parbhsimran. And that is why Parbhsimran, highest of 33. As I said, you will not win games if nobody scores. I mean, you need 1 or 2 batters who score 50s. And
That too on a wicket where I think 20 more runs would have been a good total, and this wicket wasn't that sort of a wicket, and this is where you need to reassess. Again, I think Shreyas Iyer, where he came, if he played 10 balls, he should have realized that this is not a 220-ish wicket. You need to go about, and the openers gave them a start. That was a good thing as well. They got good runs to begin with. I think they were 42 when they lost their first wicket. So the stand with the platform was set, and then Shreyas Iyer should have reassessed the conditions and taken forward from there, because Nehal Vadera has given useful contributions so far in this IPL, so I wouldn't blame him. He won you the game last time against the Royal Challengers Bengaluru itself, and apart from that, Josh English did contribute today, just playing his second game, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's been like that. And apart from that, Shashank Singh did contribute 31, a very slow 30.
yeah, 31 or 33, yes.
Is this correct?
Yeah,
It is.
absolutely it is.
33
Yeah.
So he could have, a little bit more contribution from Shreyas Iyer. I think that was lacking today.
I think in Punjab, first of all, I think this was a different strip used for this particular match in comparison to what was used in that match against Kolkata Knight Riders. But I think I'm not really going to take much away from the RCB bowlers here. They did an exceptional job. I think that's where you have the advantage of having someone like a Krunal Pandya, who is an experienced campaigner, not just in the IPL but also playing on different Indian pitches, courtesy the domestic cricket. He varied his pace very well, kept it slightly slower through the air also. There weren't too many back of the hand deliveries, just trying to attack the stumps consistently, and that's why I think for me he's going to be my man of the match. That spell of 2 for 25, it's happened for Mumbai Indians, it's happened for LSG, and now it is happening for the RCB also. Suyesh also coming good at the right time here. But I think in case of Punjab's batting, they clearly were found out today. There was no plan B, to be very honest. I think that I could witness today, something that has been pretty much the case with Sunrisers Hyderabad, that when you are playing on those slow and low wickets or those two paced wickets, you don't have another plan as to how to counter them apart from playing that slam bang cricket or the approach of hitting a six or a boundary of almost every ball. They did try, but it didn't come off, and that's where I think somewhere down the line maybe the IPL has made you realize that this season that there is still an importance of accumulators. That's why you would need maybe a couple of batters who can hold one end and then go for the kill once the time is right. So,
But
that's what maybe this tournament has taught us.
That is also because of the. I think that's mostly because the teams have started to dish out such wickets where high scoring runs are not there. I think Punjab also, the mindset over here about giving not a flat track against RCB was right, because they needed to back their strengths, and that was their bowling. But for that they needed to put at least a par total on the board, and I think 10, 15, 20 more runs would have been a par total, not a match winning total. They could have won from there, but they did not even manage to put those many runs on the board. Their openers are consistently giving them starts. On occasions they went on and scored a century. At times Parbhsimran has given 250s as well in the season, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I think Shreyas Iyer now is starting to become a concern, because today I think he should have played that role of binding the team together, and if he would have been standing over there and would have played all the 20 overs, I'm sure he would have played at a strike rate of 150, and I think things could have been very, very different.
Well, we'll get you big news that's coming from the Wankhede. MI have opted to bowl versus CSK, and you thought a 14-year-old would make a debut. Ayush Matre has made his debut for CSK. So this is the team that Chennai Super Kings have. I mean, we'll just take a bit of a diversion here, because MI have opted to bowl at the Wankhede, and this is the team. Sheikh Rashid, Rachin Ravindra, Ayush Matre, then you got Ravindra Jadeja, Shivam Dube, Vijay Shankar, Jamie Overton, MS Dhoni, Noor Ahmed, Khalil Ahmed, and Matisha Patirana.
So Ayush Matre come in place of Rahul Tripathi.
Rahul Tripathi. And when you look at it, so just for that, just had to give you an update for this, and MI aren't changed. So basically that is the only thing I wanted to say about this whole thing. But yeah, looking at Punjab Kings versus RCB, Shreyas Iyer. Now, he has become a major area of concern in the last couple of games. I mean, ever since he hit a couple of 50s, he hit a 90, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the games.
190 and 180.
180 and 190. So that's why Shreyas Iyer at this point in time, is he a concern now? Because you'll all point out the stat, he averages 50 with a strike rate of 194. But then, if you look at it, after that 82 that he's hit against Sunrisers Hyderabad, 670. 6,709 amidst all the carnage. See, he had a great start, 97.52, 10.982, 10.9076. That is the way. Is Shreyas Iyer's batting form now a concern?
Absolutely, I think it is. For Shreyas Iyer, one thing that we said at the beginning of the tournament when he got that 97, 52 and even that 82 also, that if he goes on consistently like this, then there is going to be no stopping from him to make a comeback to India's T20I setup. But I think he's not doing his reputation any good, or maybe his chances that good by having these single digit scores, and that's where I think he will really have to pull his socks up and make sure that it's not just about guiding Punjab Kings to an IPL glory here, it's also about reclaiming his lost place back in the Indian T20I setup, and for that to happen he needs to score those big runs. See, as of now India don't need a T20I skipper. You already have a Surya Kumar Yadav, there is a Shubman Gill who is the designated white ball vice captain here. So there's no dearth of leadership options. In case of Shreyas Iyer, he does provide a lot to that leadership group, assuming he makes a comeback to the T20 setup. But for that to happen, he needs to let his bat do the talking. And I think this is where the consistency might be a massive factor in Shreyas Iyer's case. That's really missing. And if that continues to be missing, then I think it may or may not harm Punjab Kings depending upon how the other batters fare, but surely he'll not make it to India's 11.
No, I think we're too soon to be worried about it. Just 3 bad games he has had in a row now. I think we need to wait for at least
5 out of 6 games.
5 games.
5 out of 6 games.
5 out of 8
I'm
games.
saying
Actually,
out of all the 7 games, he has hit 350s.
Out of 8 350s and 5
350s that he's got. So I'm saying that I'm still okay with that fact. I think I'm okay as of now. A couple of more, one more bad game. I think the concern will start. He has an average of 40 plus in this IPL as of now. We can check once. It was 50 yesterday when we checked. Today it would have dipped even further. But I think as of now there is no concern as such. But yeah, as far as his form, him coming back in the Indian team is concerned, I think he was well ahead of a Tilak Varma for that number 3 spot. But now things have become leveled again. Tilak Varma will be coming out to bat tonight as well. So lots of things will come to know there too. But Shreyas Iyer needs to have a couple of more good knocks if he wants to get ahead in that race. As of now, the race is going really head to head, and maybe Shreyas Iyer might be ahead also as far as the selection committee is concerned. But if he really needs to be by far the only option, he needs to give a little more impact. He needs to, 1 or 2 more knocks from every 2 or 3 games. I think that is something he needs. But form as a whole, I'm not too concerned about that right now.
Some cracks are emerging. I mean, if you look at it, if Shreyas Iyer had opened up and he improved his technique against the short ball, but then spin was causing to be a worry for him. Normally Shreyas Iyer tackles spin brilliantly, but then a small weakness crept up in spin. But now in the past couple of games, it's been a mixture. If the short ball doesn't get him, a spinner definitely is. So Shreyas Iyer, I mean, he's having an extreme IPL again, 97, 52, then he had one 82. But then consider the circumstances at 82. It was on an absolute shirt front at Hyderabad. On pitches which are tricky like this, two-pacedness, Shreyas Iyer is struggling. I mean, look at it, 10, 9, 0, 7 and 6. So that is why I don't think, 2 matches, 13 games. Okay, Bengaluru, you can argue that was a very, very tough pitch that was there. Here,
Virat is the man of the match.
He is the man of the match for his 73.
But I think Punjab Kings, the hole they dug for the oppositions, they fell into it themselves. I think if they would have taken a flattish wicket, I think it would have been advantage Punjab Kings today. Because firstly, I think they have a better batting lineup as a whole. Because as soon as RCB would have needed to chase anything in excess of 180, 190, maybe something around 200 on this wicket, I think situation could have been very different. This chase would not have looked this easy how it has actually looked, and such a clinical win would not have come from the RCB. And then Punjab has a bowling lineup which can definitely, on flat tracks also extract something and bowl in the right areas. They have those sort of bowlers. I know that Marco Jansen was a concern, and then maybe you could have played a Vijay Kumar Vishyak or a Yash Thakur in place of Harpreet Barar. And Chahal, even on a flat track, I think is equally equipped to bowl on a flat track as well. So I think that is something that is where they went a little wrong as far as execution and planning for this game is concerned.
Conditions, it's really not up to anybody's hands to get the conditions. I mean, there are curator versus teams battle that has gone on, but it's a big issue for Punjab Kings. Again, they've never had a good record when you have to look at their home record, it's never been that great. So that's why it's been very, very mixed at this stage. So looking at this whole situation, it's very, very strange for Punjab Kings for the kind of conditions that you want to make, because Punjab Kings 50% record away in that way. So in a way, it was a wrong team and a very insipid batting display by Punjab Kings. Let's make no
You
mistake.
talk about a wrong team. So, are there any other players that you wanted in place of maybe a certain Stoinis, Vadera, or anyone for that matter?
See, Nehal Vadera won you a game. So he's too... You can't drop him at that stage. And then I'm saying it was very insipid batting display. After the openers, none showed intent. So that's why it's a bit of a problem. I mean, you constantly are shuffling between Maxwell, Inglis, either it's Stoinis. There's a constant shuffle in the number 4, number 5. So your middle order is very unstable. Your top is settled, but your middle order is unstable. So that's why Punjab Kings seem to have a muddle order problem, not a middle order problem. They are muddled. The middle order is ensuring that they'll have these extremities when you look at it. And we welcome Nikhil, who's obviously played a very El Clasico kind of a match, still sweating.
Despite
was
coming
it?
in,
You
it
won?
was good. No. I left early because of game was still on. 8 all. In the peak time. But then I ensured the opposition team also puts one player out. Only fair, na? One guy had to sit out, poor guy, because I'm coming here. Incidentally, his name is also Nikhil. Said one Nikhil is going, so the other has to sit out. Like the Punjab team sat out today. I want to know, can I see the points table? So now, I mean, there were still doubts over RCB, especially I think Shashwat had doubts that they will. You still have doubts, or you think they're done? 10 points already. I think 3 wins needed in 7 games.
Yeah.
See,
all 5 teams are almost in the same.
No, but I want to know in particular about RCB. And I like to know from the critics, because see what happens is if a fan says RCB are done, then I take it with a pinch of salt, because they're always going to say that. But if a critic says that, then you know that they're in a safe position, that they are in a good position to qualify. So what is it that someone who didn't believe, and I didn't have them in top 4, but someone who firmly believed that even when they were doing well, they will have a bit of a drop in form, and they did lose a few games. But now with 7 games to go, 3 to win, can they still step up or confirmed?
See, at what point the points table is at this point, 5 teams tied at 10 points. I don't think 16 points will be a certainty for you to qualify in the playoffs, because now 5 teams suddenly, and I feel whatever the advantage the top 3 teams had at the beginning to start off well in Delhi, Gujarat and Royal Challengers Bengaluru, now everything is sort of just coming and getting at par, because now 5 teams are locked at 10 points. So I'm not sure if a team can be certain at this point that you might just qualify by the end of, if you register 16 points on the points table. So with that logic, if they're going for 16 points, they definitely need just 3 more wins in the next 6 games that they are to play. But will that assure them? I don't think so. And I'm still waiting to see how they react when they have to go out and chase a total in excess of anything that is above 20-30 runs above par. Today I think 20 runs below, even if on a wicket that's not too good to bat on, it's not a 220 to 30ish wicket, even if a par score is 180, if they have to chase 200, I really want to see how they tackle that. If a team will qualify at 16, I think then it's almost done for RCB. But at this point, the way the points table is, it doesn't look like that 16 will be a short qualification mark in this edition.
Yeah, I mean, what this particular result has done, I think it is really harmed, and I'm sure the fans would resonate with that. It's really harmed teams like a Kolkata Knight Riders or a Mumbai Indians, or even to that extent Chennai. I know Chennai were almost out, but if you had a glimmer of hope, you thought maybe 14 might do it for you. You were looking forward to seeing that. I think for Kolkata, MI especially, this comes as a big blow, this particular result. Because had Punjab won, then you would have had a clear-cut 3-team scenario, where then the 4th position would have opened up for a multiple other teams. But now that RCB are sitting there, Punjab King, and I think the other result that would do a lot of harm to most teams is the Lucknow Super Giants Rajasthan Royals result yesterday. So I think 2 back-to-back results, one of Rajasthan Royals choking once again, and today what's happened, I think it's bad news for anyone who between Mumbai, Chennai. And the reason I'm talking about these 2 teams are because they are kind of, IPL's favorite. For Chennai though, I think it's death knell even before they take on their game today. Mumbai, of course, better chance because they have a good run in. But even then, I think these sort of results tell you that if Mumbai also were to win 70-80% of the games from here on, that may still not guarantee them because 4 teams might just be clear shot ahead of them. But for RCB, I think good situation. Just want to see what are their games that are coming up from now in terms of RCB. So they've got Rajasthan, which is a game that they'll fancy. But Delhi Capital is going to be a tough one. Chennai, they've already beaten away, but I guess the tougher game will be at home, and this is a game at home, and we know how much that. Lucknow Super Giants, again a tricky game. Sunrisers, you don't know which one. Kolkata. So, I mean, if you see Mumbai's run in from here is rather more easy for the rest of the games compared to a team like Royal Challengers Bangalore. So they have a tough one coming up, and what's even worse for them is the fact that a lot of their games are going to be at home, right?
See,
For RCB, which is bad news.
RR will be home. CSK will be home. SRH Kolkata will be home.
So that is what I'm saying. So
4 home games.
4 home
They
games.
split 3 till now, na? 4 more.
So, which is what I'm saying. It's not good news if you're RCB. I mean, they are happier playing away from home. At home has been an issue. So, you've got 4 games out of the 6 that you have left at home.
Yeah, but again, it's like a roller coaster. They are coming home, going away. Coming home, going away.
Yeah,
The
but
last
coming
2
home more
games-
than going away.
Yeah.
Which
But
is-
for the first time in history, they have won 5 consecutive away games in their history. Last
4
time,
only they created history, na? When
when they won at Savai Mansingh, they had already created history. But first time ever, you won 5 away games.
I think they'll create history of losing most home games also.
They've already created
that has
record.
already happened.
46.
46.
No, in a season.
In a season also,
Season
yeah.
it could happen, but overall it is the record that they hold now.
Maybe 2019, 2017, I think they won only 1 home game. And I think they finished at the bottom of the pile. Two. But then 2 out of 7 still.
So, right now they've won how many at home? None.
0.
So, see, they can break that record.
But RR will oblige them, na?
But they will make the record of away wins.
Yeah.
Which they already have, by the way.
They have.
But I think on current form, I see Royal Challengers Bengaluru qualifying for the playoffs. I think they've done obviously exceedingly well in the away conditions, and in the remaining 4 home games, I think they'll figure out a way to win. One thing that I like about this RCB 11 that they have now, and with the much needed change that they've had in this game, Romario Shepherd coming in for Liam Livingston, maybe if there are different conditions, you can bring in a Jacob Bethel also, that's also fine. But they look a more assured team. They aren't really panicking with the losses. Rajat Patidar is offering that confidence and that assuredness as a skipper. So overall, I think RCB are more than the sum of their parts, and Virat Kohli getting to do what he does best, which is to finish the games. I think RCB can really arguably do wonders this time around.
No, but you know, the point that Shashwat makes is also right. They look a very assured and comfortable team when they're chasing a total like this. This is within their range. So this was like, I would have been really shocked had Virat not got runs today, because this was up his alley. This is what and by the way, this is another skill, and so not taking any credit away from him, he's a master of this particular skill. So that came to the fore. The problem is when you're going to be chasing a really high 20 runs and over, and the only time they can actually do that is the day Phil Salt gives them that start. If he does not, then they'll find themselves in trouble. I know Rajat Patidar is quite a sensible player. Jitesh Sharma has been a hit and a miss, save for Devdutt Padikkal. So on a big chasing game, on a flat track, then I fear for RCB. But otherwise on this track, Virat Kohli, I'm sure he must be at top of the orange cap,
No,
or
not
would
as
be getting close.
Close, yeah.
I'm sure he must have
It's
made
still Nicky P.
What are you saying, man?
No, this is overall.
Let's take a look at the leading
It was
run
Nicky
scorers
P
this
because,
time.
yes,
Yeah, but he
Nicky
must be getting close.
He would
must be getting
somewhere
close.
around it, but
I mean, he was nowhere in the race, but I'm sure he
no,
comes
he's
up.
at
See,
number 3.
that's what I'm saying. Till a few games ago, he was.
Just 60 runs away.
That's what I'm saying.
So sorry,
46 runs away.
80.
That's what I'm saying. For someone who was nowhere in the race, and this is what I was thinking, this hadn't been an IPL of Virat Kohli so far, right? And without it being an IPL of Virat Kohli so far, I was thinking that what if he's leading the orange cap and he's so close to doing that? Yeah. I mean, maybe the next round of matches, at the end of the next round of matches, he's leading the IPL orange cap without making such a big hullabaloo about it, such a big no. And I think that is the strength of a Virat Kohli. Without anyone knowing, he reaches that stage. It's like, you kill someone with, there's a song called Killing Me Softly. It's like that. You're killing people, but so softly that no one's really getting hurt, but you're still killing them. That's what he's doing. He's a master of that.
Silent assassin.
Yeah, silent assassin.
I think
Absolutely.
there are two things to this as well. Firstly, I think points table, more than the teams who are at the bottom, they definitely would be panicking, who are somewhere in the middle, like Rajasthan, Lucknow.
Rajasthan is middle.
No, Lucknow, Kolkata, the Mumbai Indians
Mumbai.
to an extent, these three teams, they would be definitely panicking. But I think the advantage that Gujarat and Delhi had to begin with, that they had won so many games, I think that suddenly has gone away. Because
Actually not, because they have a game in hand.
yeah, they have just one game in hand with just one loss from either of the teams, and suddenly they'll be in the same bracket as Punjab Kings and RCB.
Remember at one point Punjab was leading.
yeah, but
So then RCB was leading. So I'm saying that Punjab, RCB, Delhi have been around same. Some has
Even
gone
GT.
up, some have, and GT. They've been GT at one point had fallen to 3 or 4. So within them, I don't think that any one of Delhi or Gujarat will feel, oh, supposing they lose, that oh my God, we're suddenly in that bunch. They were always part of that bunch. They had even fallen back.
They'll stay in the bunch, but as a Delhi Capitals fan, why I'm a little concerned and why I will be, because as of now I'm feeling that even from here, if Delhi has one of the worst games to come from here, if they've already played the best cricket and they're going to play the worst games, I was assuming they'll still somehow win 3 more games in the remaining 7 that they have to play. But now what has happened suddenly is that maybe, just maybe, if they don't have the best of the times and they end up winning just 3 more games from here, you might not just make it to the top 4.
But when was that a guarantee, Shashwat, anyway?
16
for any team. No.
16 was at some point.
But-
16 you know that
no,
just gives you the cut.
I'm just talking about even Delhi. I'm just saying even for Delhi, because they were part of that bunch, I don't think any team between a Gujarat, Delhi, RCB or Punjab were anyway guaranteed. If you remember,
Not
maybe
guaranteed, but
4 or
comfortable.
5 days ago, we had even discussed that in that top bunch, I think we spoke in the dugout, in that top bunch, who do you think can still slip up and go down? And I remember a lot of us had picked different teams. That was to tell you that none of those teams were guaranteed. And I think that situation holds true. But to be fair, I will look at the history of the IPL, that's always been the case. Never has a team, okay, maybe barring with 2 games to go and sometime a team has had an outstanding run, they are guaranteed. But more often than that, I think you should consider yourself lucky that you are in a position where you have a game in hand and you still, are in the top 2 teams. So that's a luck. Don't be greedy that I want my team qualified.
No,
See,
that
there
wasn't
will
the
be 2 games that will cancel your chances. 2 games which will determine whether you stay in the top 4 or
Delhi
not.
RCB.
Delhi LSG, because they are also in that mix now. Delhi LSG, Delhi RCB. These 2 games, if Delhi loses, then you're
Both are next week if I'm
And both back to back for them, 27 and 27.
Both
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, so that is where, see, because whichever team you face, whoever is in the top 5, they will cancel each other out. So that is why your top 4 will start crystallizing. It will start from next week itself.
And one more thing that I wanted to know from all of you here is that are teams shooting themselves in the foot by giving RCB a track which is not so conducive for batting? Because today also I thought that maybe Punjab Kings would have gone in with this mentality that maybe if we don't give them the best of the conditions to bat on, maybe they will somehow not be able to chase down the total. But is that the wrong thing to do? Because RCB as a whole, the aggressors in that team is just Phil Salt, Rajat Patidar to an extent. So if you put good runs on the board and then Punjab has bowlers who on a flat track also can take something, can actually extract something from the wicket. So don't you think that Punjab should have gone with a little flattish track? I think the same thing that India doesn't test, and we were of the opinion that they should give flat tracks because they can actually bat out oppositions. Should the teams playing against RCB doing the same thing? Because as soon as you put anything in excess of 200 on the board, suddenly the RCB team, I feel, might just be under pressure.
See, I don't think, it's a fair point, but I don't think Punjab themselves have any control as to how their pitches are. Because I don't think they ever bargained for the pitch that they got versus Kolkata. To the degree. And also, if they knew or if they had control in the kind of pitches, because I don't know whether, also we assume that a franchise gets the kind of pitches that they want. I'm not too sure if PBKS are getting the kind of pitches that they want in Mullapur. I'll tell you why. Because if they had any inkling of how this pitch is, they wouldn't have batted the way they batted today. Clearly, they have no idea as to how the pitches are going to be or which pitches. So that negates the home advantage. And I guess, see, this then boils down to a relationship between a franchise and the host association. I don't know how much, Punjab Cricket Association and Punjab Kings are on the same page. They take a lot of their matches away from Punjab
Last
and play
game it was
different.
there over here.
Exactly. So when they are playing, I don't know how much they're going to be on the same page. So then maybe the association says, okay, fine, you're renting the ground out from us, and then we'll prepare the pitch that they want to. So in that sense, yes, ideally with an RCB, and I know why teams like a spin-friendly track against RCB, because their spinners on paper don't look that lethal. So they go like, okay, fine, we've got better spinners. We've got a Harpreet Brar who'll probably do better than Krunal or Suyash Sharma. By the way, Suyash bowled really well today. And that's why I was saying that he's bowling slightly quicker. I was just thinking that if I'm a batter, I'm never going back foot to him, because his googly comes in so quickly. More often than not, you're going to be late. Like either you'll be leg before or bowled, because that googly comes in. The only thing is his googly is easy to read, because you can make out his hand action really changes. That's the only advantage. But if you, supposing his hand action, he can hide it and not tell you that it's the googly. The way it skids off the pitch, like something that Rashid used to do earlier and skid and get you bowled or leg before. I think he'll be able to do that. So couple of times I was feeling for English, like, why is he going back foot? He's going to be bowled or leg before. And then he got bowled like that. Really, zips off the thing. So you're very late to get into the shot. Anyway, so the spinners, one thing, are bowling better. So ideally, yeah, also that RCB, they'll go for a par total. But maybe Punjab is going to be happy that we're getting away from Mullapur.
But what do all of you think, that wouldn't it be better to bat out RCB rather than trying to bowl them out? Wouldn't that be a better approach to go?
There has been no specific trend in IPL 2025 when you look at RCB.
No.
Okay?
I'm not talking about trends. Generally, what would you do if you are the captain of the opposition team?
See, there is a weakness, okay? The weakness is, if you are playing at home against RCB, you insert them in.
If I was the opposition team captain, then I would say take out the strip from Chinnaswamy and put it here.
You'll want a spinning track only.
Whatever is in Chinnaswamy, I would want that, because they can't win in Chinnaswamy.
There also I think the wicket is a little...
However it is, I want that same strip put in my ground. I'll send my curator and everyone, go study Chinnaswamy, replicate, check, see the boundary sizes, see the pitch, the soil, and make that.
Look,
Chinnaswamy is mixed soil. No, red only. Somewhere it's mixed soil. I don't know.
A lot of places.
Now
Indore.
Ahmedabad also has a mixed soil.
Ahmedabad.
Lucknow's also now got a mixed soil.
Lucknow.
They've got now arranged. The soil is available. It's not natural red. The soil is not natural to Lucknow. Black
Savai
soil.
Mansingh is also...
No, red.
No, it's black. Savai Mansingh is black soil. Yeah. So, see, the problem is, if you are playing RCB in Chinnaswamy, there is a trend, you insert them in, they can't win. Okay, that's one. Here, when you look at away trend, they are one while defending, they are one while chasing. Chasing and defending both is 100% for them. Now, as a team, what you're going to do? In Delhi, their next away game is Delhi, in Arun Jaitley Stadium. You dish out a flat deck, maybe the RCB bowlers might not get enough purchase, but then they've got decentish spinners. But what about the batting? What if a Phil Salt goes crazy? What if a Tim David goes crazy? What if a Romario Shepherd goes crazy? They have got the power hitters for the flat conditions. They have got the batters for even the sluggish conditions. You can't bat them out.
No, for sluggish conditions, they just have Virat Kohli, who whenever he is there and you have a chase in his radar, he will make sure that you don't lose. Not like
Rajat Patidar, Devdutt
Padikkal only, but I'm saying the main man is Virat Kohli. If he is there and you have a target of 170, he will make sure on 9 out of 10 times, he will make sure that the team wins. So many youngsters, like I was just mentioning right now as well, Riyan Parag and all these people should learn so much from Virat Kohli in that sense. If it was Riyan Parag today, he would have just tried to chip it over.
Forget Riyan Parag. Parbhsimran, what was he doing? It's a tough pitch to bat on. You've started on a decent thing. You're stepping out to a spinner. When the fielder is standing there, you're gifting. See, after that, the collapse started. No, they're in a good position. You stabilize. You're going 10 and over, and you're trying to hit Parbhsimran the way you were, because you were going to see the overseas batters, and I feel for them, they were going to struggle in these spin-friendly conditions. It's not natural to them. So, and you don't even have a Klassen or somebody who's very good against spin. So, you know that. So, today Parbhsimran has got that start. You're on a good footing. And what is he doing? 62 for 1 you are. 62 for 1. And he's dancing down the track where the fielder is standing, not even connecting. And
But then
getting
that
out.
message should come from. I don't
No,
know.
message. What you gonna?
No, not
message.
in the sense message that he should be conveying. Either he should understand and assess.
Doesn't work.
Reassess
Doesn't
the
You
work.
are
message.
getting paid crore. You're getting retained. You don't have to work on message. Message has to come when you need to change gears or there's some big drastic change. You are a batter in the middle. You have assessed the condition. It's not even that, supposing as a batter there, and I'm saying any sensible batter, if I'm Parbhsimran, I'm getting retained, I've played some 4-5 IPL season, the bat noise that Sachin Tendulkar spoke by is also old, so now I've created a name for myself. I've got a good start today and I've not got a very big total this time. So what am I going to do? I'll say, no boss, now I've gotten runs, this is a tough pitch to play, I'll bat on. Yes, let's say I bat 2 overs with run a ball sort of cricket. And then if a message comes and says, why are you slowing down? Then that is a wrong thing that the team has said. Nobody in the team would have objected had he understood. He himself is saying, no, we are going to get 200 on a pitch where 180 is a winning total. We're going to get 220. So I'm going to dance down the wicket. And
Like KL Rahul and Abhishek Porel did against the RR match when they said that the message came that play fast. But we
Message
told that
came.
No, KL Rahul and Abhishek Sharma.
I know that,
RR
but they said that the conditions were
yeah,
tough.
they told the team
But
management
then
again
that's
that
their
the
job.
conditions are tough, we have to play like this.
But that's their job. You won that game, right? They assessed that the conditions were tough and they changed. They could have had a collapse too. I don't know how that would have gone. But at least in this case, you're sitting pretty. It was, by the way, the best power play that Punjab has had this. And you're saying, no, from here on, I want to go and see what has
I
happened.
mean, it
after
cost them poorly. I mean, look at it, 14 runs in 2.5 overs for 2 wickets.
But
You lost total momentum.
If I'm the opposition captain, the answer to Shashwat's question, I think I'm going to bat first and make sure that I get to 200 plus, because see, if I am getting to round about 170 or 180, I know that 3 of RCB's top 4 batters can be accumulators and they can be great accumulators. So you bat at a strike rate of about 140, 145 and more than likely RCB will seal the deal. What I would want to do is that bat first, get to about 220 and then it's going to be an uncharted territory for RCB here, because any which ways they haven't chased something like that this season. The only time RCB I think probably got to 220 odd was when they batted first against Mumbai Indians at the Wankhede. So that's going to be an unknown thing for them, so maybe just put them in a spot of bother.
Completely agree. Flat pitches could be their kryptonite. Otherwise, they will win. But the one thing that's really gone in their favor is how their bowlers have stepped up. Yeah, this season, I think a lot of people. I don't think many people had doubts about RCB's batting. Many believe that they do it. But then when you saw a bowling lineup of Suyash, who hadn't had a great time, with KKR and Krunal, who was probably on the decline as a bowler. And then you were like, okay, Bhuvneshwar has not been the same. Yash Dayal can go for a lot of run. Hazelwood is in a hit and miss. But this season, all of them. And I think that is the biggest reason for RCB's success. I don't think their batting has set the stage on fire. They've not been bad either. They've been decent. They've been good. But it's their bowling. My God. Bhuvneshwar, Hazelwood, even Yash Dayal on occasion. Kunal Pandya was
Their
like
spinners.
Dan Vettori today.
Their spinners have really stepped up.
He
and
did
I
it
think-
for Mumbai Indians, did it for LSG, and now doing it for RCB. I think no wonder he is one of the most effective T20, one of the most effective spinners in the maybe history of IPL, if I may add.
No, effective left-arm medium pacer.
He's just
Krunal Pandya.
smart.
Smart
History of-
operator.
no, history, so there'll be so many.
It's been about, I think, 8 to 9 years now that he has
I
been
agree,
playing
but there were
T20
so many
cricket.
great spinners.
No, this is
That's
now
why I
a
said
little
one
too
of
much.
them.
nah.
Amit Mishra, Piyush Chawla, there has been Yuzi Chahal.
Pragyan.
I think a very smart operator.
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
one of the best spinners
Yeah,
in
not at all.
IPL history.
A smart operator. I'll replace it
Rashid
with that.
Khan, so many.
Pragyan Oja.
Shahbaz Nadeem was so good in IPL.
Imran Tahir in the shot span had a good impact.
Sai Kishore has just played one
Sai
season.
Kishore, then what is Shubman Gill doing?
Last over.
No, but
Only
what is the
last
point?
over.
You didn't bowl him. And Rashid Khan, I'm sorry, is going for like tons of runs. He gets to bowl his full
Even
overs.
wasting reviews.
You're not going to get Sai Kishore to bowl his full quota over. And the other fast bowlers are getting hammered. Arshad Khan, everyone's getting hammered, but they'll keep bowling. Sai Kishore will not bowl.
Left-hander. Because of the
Arey
left-hander,
Baba,
that's why.
if you don't want a left, okay, if you're not going to bowl a left-arm spinner when the left-hander is in the crease and there was a righty-lefty, not even two left, then I'm sorry, there can be no part of any inning where there will not be a left-hander. 90% of each inning will have a left-hander. Every team is playing like that. Lefty-righty, lefty-righty. So then don't play a left-arm spinner because you only have 10% space somewhere. That also you're not sure. then don't have him.
And the only reason why he was given the last over is because
Everyone ran out.
Ishant Sharma wasn't fit to bowl.
Yeah,
his,
but also the
overs.
calculation of the overs was such that Ishant bowled a penultimate who could not bowl.
No, again, because they were spooked by Akshar Patel at the crease. That's why they didn't get a left armour.
Akshar Patel lost to the game yesterday.
Tell me one thing. How many, today I would want you to please take out for me, someone take out the data for me. How many balls has Sai Kishore bowled to left-handers in IPL and his economy to them and wickets to them, or any left-arm spinner? If you're not going to bowl a left-arm spinner to a left-handed batter, please tell me when is there ever two right-hander batters now in anything? Hardly few overs you'll have. People wait. One lefty is out, next lefty goes in. One lefty is out, but two righty, very rare now. So then don't play him.
And he got a left-hander out only.
No, so then what happened? You shouldn't have bowled him. You should have got some part-time. I'm sure they had a few part-time bowlers. Tewatia.
Darshan can bowl.
Tewatia.
Shafin Rutherford can bowl.
Shafin Rutherford should
You
have
need
bowled.
a right arm spinner.
Bowl them. Then why did you get a Sai Kishore to
Darshan
bowl
would
at the
have
end? No lefty was there.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
But
terrible. And last game also, the last 2-3 games they've been doing this. That's why he's come down in the purple cap race. Giving him 1-1 over each match.
But his teammate is there, na, in the purple cap, top, Prases.
Yes, he's bowling well.
He's bowling
but doesn't mean that, okay, I want to push one teammate higher, so you come down.
But Shubman Gill, I mean, I don't know. When in history have we seen a T20 game finish in 4 hours and 20 minutes?
Exactly.
I know
that's why I got late, because yesterday's game finished 7:30. Mid.
And you
7:40.
And you anticipated that the same is
So
going to
I
happen
said
today.
that was a bit late, 7:40. This one will finish at 7:20. This one finished at 6:50.
They bowled their overs on time. RCB and PBKS don't have an over problem. But 4 hours and 20 minutes.
And yesterday was the last doubleheader on a Saturday. Now all doubleheaders
Only
are
on Sundays, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think you should get that old 90s rule. Penalize overs and keep the target the same. So 220, chase it in 15, 16 overs.
You know what happened with that was people were very upset that it can cost, like you remember World Cup semis, quarters became like that. They said you can cost that. So might as well fine it and let there not be any game that gets affected. Yesterday, Sai Kishore, you not bowled him. You get him to bowl his last over, the final over. That too, you bowl with a penalty where 5 have to be inside. Yeah. Like you made it the worst possible situation. If I was him, I would say, boss, I'm not playing next game. You guys play. You are finding the worst situation for me to fail. You are doing that.
No, he can't say that because he's barely getting to play.
But you're doing that now. Yeah. First, by the way, is it easy for you to bowl your first over, which is the last over of the innings?
Never.
Secondly, you're saying you're a spinner bowl which is nobody uses
Ask
spinner.
Virat Kohli, who once bowled the penultimate over against Albi Mokal.
And then thirdly, he's a spinner who's asked to do that, not even a fast bowler. I can understand a fast bowler. And third, you give him in a situation where because of your captaincy, a penalty has happened, so one more fielder inside.
And he's not even the spinner who just darts it, and he's somebody who gives it air, tries to dart
Terrible.
He hits the hard lengths also. Because
he should revolt. He should revolt.
What should he do?
He should do dharna with some high
justice for
He
justice
took that catch in the 18th over, so his face was not. It seemed like he's not too happy either.
No, the thing is, he was very calm. Even in the field, he was standing calm, no reactions, nothing. You're not bowling him. He's standing okay, no problem. The cameras kept cutting to him that when they have one bowler left, sir, when are you going to use him?
And your thoughts on Rajasthan Royals debuting?
What can I say?
Debut. There was a debut over there.
Debut, man, first ball. I was like, what?
He predicted that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Acha, because he had said something like first ball to 6 hi marunga.
No. He never said. I know that he.
No, but somewhere he had said. I remember him saying first ball 6 marks. Nothing. I remember maybe I read something.
I knew that he'll go for the kill from the first ball.
No, first ball, but not the way he did. He left his stump and went for it.
That's I think a very Shardul Thakur. If he's bowling with the new ball, what can you do? Maximum.
I'm saying forget he's 14 or anything. Anybody making his debut, forget that. First ball, okay, you want to be attacking also, fine. I understand. Viru also used to be. But he used to be like, okay, I'll see the ball. If it's in my range, I'm going for it. But in this case, it wasn't about him being in the range. He had decided 6 stepped away
to short
and hit.
also. And that is because Shardul
And that's a tough shot, huh?
Yeah,
it's not even in
over
his
cover,
arc.
stuff
Over
is
the
there.
covers, he's hit
Over
away from
cover
the body.
and into the stands. But Shardul Thakur if he's bowling, what will he bowl? He has
Maybe he
no
could
other
bowl
option
a-
but to swing the ball from off
Maybe he
stump.
bowled a quick short one to begin with.
No,
Never know.
Shardul
I
Thakur
think
would
the
not
best
have
way to
done that.
rattle a new batter is to bowl
Could have been.
a short delivery.
No, the bowlers who do that, batters are ready. Surya Kumar Yadav did the same thing to
Arey, but you
Jofra.
could have
I'm saying generally.
surprised
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Generally,
surprise.
yeah.
But even if I am the batter and Shardul is bowling with the new ball, on 10 out of 10 occasions, this is the exact ball he's going to bowl because all he has is swing. He can only find that. He cannot do anything else. So he'll go for the ball outside off
Incredible.
stump, over pitch, finding that swing. Just little bit room he made. And
Why was he crying?
was he crying?
He was.
Was he crying?
I had so much more to give. So.
But I think the umpire was too quick to give him out. He was pretty
No.
close.
Third umpire. No, it was
Third
out.
umpire
It was
only
out.
I'm
It was
talking
out.
His foot
It
was in the air.
Very, very.
Foot was in the air.
Out.
Yeah,
so
it was-
quickly he gave it. I was like, take some time, be sure.
was
It's a
out.
1-2 time out.
And
Oh.
poor guy's debut you ruined by not chasing that total down.
Till 18,
Your favorite Riyan Parag?
No, I really.
Your
called him
favorite,
out
he
yesterday.
is one
No.
superstar
The stupidest
who thinks
thing-
he's God's gift to cricket.
Siddharth did an SMG yesterday.
No.
Senseless.
That was pathetic what he
I
did.
mean, for 2 games, how can you not
But he
chase
took
9
the
of
blame
6?
also. He took the blame.
Yeah, what is the
But
point?
no point, yeah, I agree.
He can take the blame. He will be captain only one day of Rajasthan Royals.
No, absolutely stupid what he did.
I mean, see, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he could have had his moment. I mean, 19 of 7. The Pacers, he had 19
Struggled
runs,
against
7 balls.
Digvesh Rati, although just 13 runs of about 50.
No, I
But
think he played
most
him
people have been
sensibly.
struggling against Digvesh.
He, up until yesterday, did not concede a 6 in the IPL.
Suryavanshi
Yesterday,
is the first one to
Suryavanshi is
hit
the first one
Rati
to
for
hit
a
a
6
Yes.
in this IPL.
What a stat.
15 of 13 against the spinners.
That's because Digvesh had prepared for the IPL for adults. He wasn't prepared for an underage guy. And that's why he's like, boom.
See, Suryavanshi's exploits, I can never forget that one graphic that was been fired. Child's play.
Child's play.
It's child's play. The IPL has shown you that it is
Yeah,
child's
I think he knew about his debut because did you see those visuals of
Jaiswal and
Jaiswal
him.
in
Yeah,
him?
yeah. He would
Jaiswal
have
was
known.
giving him a lot of pep talk. That was, I think, team bus
Airport.
He was like
Couple of days
talking
prior,
to
when they were
him.
traveling to Jaipur.
Maybe after that 9 runs earlier fiasco, super over, I think they decided we'll make some changes. Maybe he was told and he was preparing. So Jaiswal like took him under his wings. Total giving him
Batch of
When-
2020 meets 2024.
When Samson returns, what do you do with Suryavanshi?
Nothing
I
in
said that
2024.
I would play him ahead of
Batch
Nitish
of
Rana.
26.
I would play Suryavanshi ahead of
He'll play
Nitish
at
Rana.
Then now
19
you
then.
can't drop him, yeah. You
What
can
would
drop
you do?
Riyan Parag and play him.
Drop a Jurel.
14 crore.
And make Jaiswal the captain.
No, he's saying Sanju Samson is back, so
No,
he'll
I'm
be
saying if you
captain.
drop
Then what do you
Riyan
do?
Parag.
Then Sanju will be captain.
Yeah, Sanju comes back.
Yeah.
And Sanju comes back.
Good
what do you
morning.
do with Suryavanshi? I said, you drop Nitish Rana and continue with Suryavanshi.
I would say drop a Dhruv Jurel. You are anyway batting
14
him.
crore.
If a Maxwell at 10 could get dropped, why not a Dhruv Jurel?
Imagine there are so many better finishers. Ashutosh.
Vipraj.
And no, who got retained for much lower amount.
Ashutosh is 90
Tewatia.
4 crore.
80
4 crore
Tewatia for a
and
reason.
14 crore for Jurel. I'm just saying now, just tell me Rajasthan. I would have retained Jurel, I agree. But not at that price, sir.
You know what would have been ideal? Drop a Hetmeyer, half Jurel's price. You could have easily retained a Josh Butler.
At 11.
Jaws Butler, that actually, can I tell you, when Rajasthan loses, nothing against the team, but every time they lose, I was like, for a team that did not retain Jaws Butler, I cannot have any sympathies. Seriously, it tells you a lot about their think tank or what they were thinking. It's like, if I had
Nicky B.
a Nicholas Puran, would I not retain him?
First name on the list.
21 crore. Your first retention.
If I had a Travis Head, I would not retain him.
Class.
You had a Virat Kohli.
Just saying.
Who did not
This
retain
is
him.
equivalent to what Delhi did in 2008. Not take Virat Kohli.
Eight, yeah.
No, but see, I can still let Delhi go because at that time Virat was not Virat. Okay, fine. You could not see the future and you erred in that. That's fine. It can happen. Nobody can really predict what might happen. And Virat really changed, 2012, 2013 onwards, just changed. That's fine. You took a punt, you could not get. It's like now he's getting all the runs And now you say, no, I'm not going to retain
See.
you. This is a team that did not retain UZ Chahal also. So in somewhere, when they lose, I was like, again, I don't feel happy, but I was like, I'm not surprised that they are getting their tactics wrong. I'm not surprised they're getting their super over players and bowlers wrong. I'm not surprised the way they're approaching. I'm not surprised when you need those many runs, you're keeping Hetmyer in the hut, to chase that total down and sending a Jurel who's bottled up 2 chases. So when I see all that, common sense tells me to go bang my head against the wall, because no person who follows just basic amount of cricket would make such errors that a professional IPL team is making. But then I look back and I say, oh, they didn't retain.
They made Parag the captain
Butler.
ahead of Sanju, but this is the same think tank, almost the same.
Not ahead of
think tank.
Sanju.
Sorry, ahead of Jaiswal.
Why are you creating a controversy?
No.
Sanju captains when he's fit.
Yeah.
When he's not unfit.
Because
Parag.
this season he's mostly not been fit, na? That's why.
First 3 games he was fit, yet he was unfit.
That I asked them this question yesterday. That what was this this sort of injury?
He had a finger
in which
injury.
He could bat but not keep. They said that we should not.
I mean, you have more
Say
impact.
They've given a clearance to bat only. But what sort of a clearance is this?
It happened with Faf du Plessis also last season. He played for RCB as an impact sub for about 3 or 4 games, and it was Kohli who was the captain because he was only fit to bat.
See, again,
But
it
that
is
can be fit. That was a hand injury or
That
something.
was not
else.
a hand injury,
But
but,
see,
still
he had
there
a
was an
side
injury.
strain.
But for side strain you cannot run now. But here's a keeper.
and if you have a finger injury, you will
ball,
have.
coming on.
Ajay, thuds into the glove, it can hurt. Yeah,
split
he's right.
webbing or something like that.
Come on, yeah. I mean, I know that Yashasvi Jaiswal should be the captain of everything that he does.
Out of
But
the 120 balls, I think there would be about 20-30 balls that would go to the keeper,
all,
the top edges, or
almost
even
all,
more.
na, because throw to comes anyways
True.
to the keeper. All
so
throws.
that is.
So if he's got an injury, it can hurt him even more. Batting mein kya hai? It's a chance, 50-50. Ball can hit, but it cannot hit also, and you can bat. So easy.
So Riyan Parag was, and those 3 games were only in Guwahati.
Yesterday, Rihanna I saw was getting angry, getting animated about field
Coincidence, na?
placements. Do you see? He's
But it
telling
was-
like, sun le, that dekh, what am I?
But he himself didn't listen to his own advice. He fell into the trap that
Yeah.
Rishabh Pant had convenently set. Fell for the trap.
Telling you, Rishabh, the captain.
Outstanding.
not
I think
going to help him.
yesterday.
Shardul
I'm telling you,
Thakur.
Short
he's a
fine.
very sharp
But
captain.
that won't help now if you see from a good.
He's not getting runs. I'm not saying that he comes in the T20. I'm just telling you, look at his acumen as captain. He's very sharp. He's a very good captain. I've got great feedback about him. I should tell you, now, people who may have complained about him not getting runs and all, but always appreciate it. That as a captain, he is quite sharp. But yeah, all of that will not work if you're not getting runs. I completely agree. He does not get a place back into the team on captaincy. He cannot.
Well, a 17-year-old is
But
also
maybe he
started
can be considered a captain in formats where he's good at.
Yeah.
But he's at least showing you.
Yeah.
He's showing you that he can be a good captain material.
Well, if a 14-year-old dazzled today, a 17-year-old.
I'm so happy I said, CSK, please play your young players. That's the only thing you can gain. Maybe you'll get a few wins, and at least for future, because see, for 3 years, you're not going to get major overhaul to your team. So at least for your future, you'll know who performs and who does not. Sheikh Rashid they got last time. Now they're playing Matre. So play them.
Mr. Tripathi finally dropped
Yes,
for the
they got
second time.
Brevis also.
Breves they've got. So build your future team. Think about next season. And
That's-
play with these young guys. If they are good enough, you'll see them.
Yep. And he's already shown 3 balls, 11 runs.
Until they face Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
That's
quiet
so-
until.
But to be honest, even an experienced guy, you don't give anybody a chance. So I'm not going to hold this against these youngsters. If they can't face a Jasprit Bumrah, that's a tough test.
He's a cheat code here. Come on. You can't. He's right here, and you are expecting. You can't scoop a Bumrah or a lap sweep.
And
or
Ayush
just-
Matre was a red ball player.
2 massive sixes.
You used to say red ball. I said play him.
Rohit Sharma.
Just any ball. Play him.
Rohit Sharma replaced him in that JNK Ranji game.
And that's why all the criticism came. Na, he was one of the leading run getters for Mumbai in the Ranji Trophy, and
He
Rohit
could be-
just walks in.
He could go in for the India A tour as well.
Yeah, he might.
He might.
Yeah.
He
Because
might.
Too many
but-
runs. He had too many runs in
They
domestic.
backed him ahead of your favorite Prithvi Shaw also. They got him.
Trials, na? Trials.
So
He-
see,
he had
but
that
that's
spark
good.
in
No?
the nets.
That's good. That is good. Very good. At least they are now listening to their scouts, CSK. To listen to few scouts.
Yeah, but yesterday for me, A.B. Tewatia, yaar. Rajasthan should learn from A.B.
Cool
Tewatia.
cat. I'm saying play him
every
ahead of
single
Rutherford.
Rutherford. Exactly.
Not 4 at 4.
Yeah, he
Yeah, why
was
not?
too good.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
hardly getting 2-3 balls.
When he came yesterday, I knew.
And imagine he's playing Stark. Look at the calmness.
Yeah.
Easy, patak. Come on.
Everybody over here was a little nervous that maybe Delhi win from here. I was sure that Delhi won't now. Because Tewati, I know that on all, he's just like Virat Kohli. When the target is 160-70, you're sure Virat will win it. And if you need 20-30 runs of the last 2-3 overs, AB Tewatia is there. He'll definitely win you the game.
By
Too
the way,
cool.
I mean, see, again Delhi Capitals made the mistake. A left armer. You know he kills left-handers. Sheldon Cottrell, Sam Curran, Mitchell Stark.
But imagine cricket is such a leveler. Same guy defended 9.
No, but
Same
the
guy got
problem-
hammered.
But the problem that means is with Rajasthan na, because Avesh also defended same amount of runs.
I agree. No, but to be fair, Stark that day nailed it.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
Yorker.
yeah.
Just that they didn't come.
Although
This
the
time.
Avesh
Because
yesterday
you know why?
was-
Because that day the ball was reverse swinging for him. It wasn't reverse swinging so much the last game.
But even the second ball that he bowled,
Yeah,
which
that
was an
was-
inside edge to the boundary, that was almost a Yorker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just
He
got
could have
one
gotten
delivery
out.
that
Unlucky.
was slightly wrong. Yeah.
Brutal. This game is brutal.
That's what I'm saying. Margin of error is so small.
Stark doing it consistently in that RR game was
What?
superb.
AB Tewatia, hence proved. Yeah, so
Let's take a few comments before we wind up.
Yep.
Dhanush says if RCB retained Siraj, they wouldn't have bought Bhuvi. Great decision. Shepherd brings good balance as fourth seamer. Ban Chinnaswamy hosting IPL games. Dhanush, as you know.
Alur. I mean, there is a viral meme also going
Having
on.
Shepherd does not really make their batting thin also because he can
Ah,
hit those
decent.
big shots. So I think overall a good replacement.
You are really hyping Romario Shepherd. Please.
No, I'm saying he's like a 5
Shardul.
for 6 balls. He can Shardul.
He's
He
like a
is the bigger version of Odean Smith. Simple.
Shardul. No, he's
A
like
better
Shardul.
bowler than Odean Smith.
Oh,
Definitely.
Just like Shardul.
Who are you watching? Odean Smith or Romario Shepherd? Shepherd is medium, military medium.
Siddharth, what I am saying is that he may not, fall into the category of, good T20 pacers or effective or even decent, but I am saying in comparison to Odean, he's slightly better. That's what I said.
Did we say you used to
Apples
blame
and oranges.
Chennai Super King that they don't promote youngsters, people this, people that. See,
After how many years?
2 youngsters in the middle.
After how many years this has happened?
Many years.
Thank
No,
you.
they never do. I agree. But I think our plea they've heard. Please play
Today,
youngsters.
again,
Nothing
look.
else to do. No, they played one Sheikh Rashid last time. Slowly, they're getting more.
Vansh Bedi is now left.
So they bring him also. Play them. Just play the
He can
youngsters.
only play in place of Thala, na?
No. Why as a batter he can play? He doesn't have to be
Vijay
wicket
Shankar
keeper.
needs to do exactly
him.
what Rahul Tripathi was doing.
Drop. He's been doing that. So drop him.
Let it is 10-15 more runs in every game.
Doesn't matter. What are you going to gain with having him? Okay. Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan says Virat is yet to be dismissed in run chases this season, and RCB won all 3 one-sided. Middle order yet to be tested. Other Indian youngsters like Jaiswal need to learn the art of finishing. Agreed?
I mean, yeah, 24
Agreed.
of 21. That was a criticism that was leveled at.
Yeah. Okay, final comment. Sarat Chandra Singh Nikhil sir, not an MI fan. I'm asking this, but how can few say that Shreyas is ahead of Tilak? On what basis? Tilak did well in internationals, IPL. Shreyas had a good domestic and 3 IPL games. I agree with you. I think it will be tough to drop Tilak out of the T20 team anyway because he's done nothing wrong and he was outstanding for India in internationals right before the IPL as well. Completely agree with you. But I think there can be space for both Shreyas and Tilak in the squad right now. So. Many things will change.
In the squad, right? Not in the
Yeah, but see, no point making 11s now when you have an IPL. Once IPL is done, then you're in a better position to be making squads. But yeah, in the squad, I guess Shreyas will be considered. He will be in the running for sure, but also, I mean, it boils down to, see, you have to give him credit for having a good domestic. The reason he got dropped is because he didn't play domestic. Now he's played domestic and done well, so how can you ignore that? And secondly, also, you have to see, how his IPL finishes overall. So once it's done, maybe we can have a more informed discussion.
But yes, 97, 82 and 52, but it's been punctuated 10, 9, 0.
4 single-digit scores
6, 7,
out of the
yeah.
5. Yeah.
That's why.
Okay then, on that note, we're gonna bid you goodbye. See you mid innings.
Mid innings.
Of course, the end of the game is our long show. So see you, enjoy this young Chennai Super Kings.
Yes, indeed.
This version of, it's a crucial game for MI.
Yeah.
For CSK also, like,
It'll keep them
completely-
marginally alive.
or completely out.
Yeah. almost all but out.
Yeah, I mean, see,
If they
lose this 8 out of 4, I mean, then they'll have to win. Even then, 6 out of 6 they have to win then.
They'll be in the same boat as Rajasthan if they lose today.
Okay then, guys. See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.